Good evening and welcome to the August 1st, 2024 Board of Education meeting for the Fairfield City School District. Mrs. Lane, will you call the roll?
Mr. Begley.
Here.
Mrs. Birding Miller. Mr. Clark.
Present.
Mrs. Gundrum.
Here.
Mr. Napier.
Here.
Thank you. Mrs. Gundrum, will you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Yes. I pledge allegiance to the
flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Superintendent's recommendations and reports. Mr. Smith.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Begley. At this time, I would like to ask Mr. Hustle to cover the items listed under Personnel Professional and Personnel Support.
Thank you, Mr. Smith. Mr. Begley, members of the board, I have several items for your consideration this evening. Under Personnel Professional, number 1, resignations, letters A through D. Number 2, extracurricular resignation, letter A. Number 3, employment, letters A through P. That concludes all the items I have for your consideration under Personal Professional.
Thank you, Mr. Hustle. I will entertain a motion to accept these recommendations.
I'll make a motion. Second.
Mr. Napier and Mr. Clark. Mrs. Lane, please call the roll.
Mr. Napier.
Yes.
Mr. Clark.
Yes.
Mrs. Gundrum.
Yes.
Mr. Begley.
Yes.
Mr. Begley and members of the board, I have several items for your consideration this evening under Personnel Support. Number 1, resignation, letters A through J. Number 2, unpaid leave of absence, letter A. Number 3, employment, letters A through F. That concludes all the items I have for your consideration under Personnel Support.
Thank you, Mr. Hustle. Again, I'll accept a motion to entertain these recommendations.
So moved.
Second.
Mrs. Gundrum and Mr. Clark. Mrs. Lane, please call the roll.
Mrs. Gundrum.
Yes.
Mr. Clark.
Yes.
Mr. Napier.
Yes.
Mr. Begley.
Yes.